back, everybody. Hope everybody had a good week last week. I know I did. Yep. Anyhow, we did get our parts in to do the water pump or the oil pump pulley, and well, let's just get down to it. Well, I guess please like and subscribe, of course, and share as well. Anyhow, let's get back to the screen door. We got well, we race next week. So yeah, we got our new pulley in. I hope it's right. Oh look, it actually has a mark on there this time. Unfortunately, yeah, let's see. Like a glove. Torque specs? What do you mean torque specs? We don't need that. Did I get a new pulley? Oh, you know, new tensioner pulley? I don't think so. Oh look, I don't think I did. Okay, no, we didn't get a new tensioner pulley. But this belt, however, when I picked it up, I'm like, man, this feels as bad as the old one. It's because it's the old one. Anybody else ever do stuff like that? That might make it interesting. I guess we're going to use the old belt, and I don't know. I don't understand. It almost feels like we shouldn't have did this at all. Inspect the belt again. It's only missing a chunk there. If I remember right, there's a rip in the middle of it. Yeah, right there. Okay. So, another chunk. Okay, that might be the same chunk. It's missing teeth. I'm sure that's fine. In case you're wondering if I have an irritating face, this might be the one. Meaning I'm irritated. Well, I did buy a belt for a 1.8 liter, and this might be a 1.6 liter, and maybe there's a few inch difference. I don't know. Should I try putting it on again? Really don't want to use this old one. It's obviously shorter than the old. The new one's obviously shorter than the old one by that much. That's too funny. Not funny, haha, either. Get some tools, I'll be right back. This is definitely do it the right way. Don't do it how I'm doing it. Seriously? In case you're wondering, it's been that kind of week. I'm going to get the crank pulley on so I can make sure my timing marks are right with my oil pump. Oh, somehow the crank pulley moved as well. Alright, so this will come off now. I'll get the right size stuff. There's that. One tooth off on the oil pump. There we go. And of course that timing mark moved. Why wouldn't it move? Alright, don't let me forget to tighten the crank pulley, or the cam pulley for that matter. Not cam, but the oil pump pulley. Were we screwing wood around here? I don't remember this screw. So they suggest putting Allen wrenches in there, really small Allen wrenches, you know, the ones that break in the cam tensioner. There's one there.
Come here. Honey.
Yeah, baby.
I need help.
Okay. So yeah, the tensioner says to put 2 tiny Allen wrenches that could possibly break at any moment inside here and kind of turn it to its max. And then your fingers will be in the way to ratchet and tighten the damn thing down, because that's how it works. And you'll probably lose one of those or break it. There you go, there's that. Now I forget which one is which. I'm assuming this one goes to that one. It's probably a bad idea to assume, but I did. So, might be some loud noises. It's nice out, you know, time to mow lawns and that sort of thing, so I'll try to mute as much as possible. So when you're tightening these, you don't want, if you're going past 90 degrees, then it's probably too loose. If you can't get to 90 degrees, it's too tight. Probably I'm not going to have time to show you that later, because I'm going to have to replace this more than likely during the race is going on, and I'll use this as my guide to go buy another one. Because yeah, remember when your dad used to do that? You know, grab a belt and pow, like, ah, Mom. No. Okay. So yeah, let's tighten all the bolts. There, that's tightish. Probably bent the valve cover, but that's fine. We don't need that, do we? down and tighten the crank pulley right quick. Might as well put on the water pump pulley too. Let's see if I can't get an actual gun go, you know, so I can strip all the bolts. So this is interesting. The water pump pulley kind of hits the crank pulley, and I'm sure that's fine. I mean, self-clearance maybe? See if I can't get you guys down there and take a look at it. Oh. Does that seem tight to you? Touches right there. Touches again there. I mean, I could grind that down, I guess. Let's see if it turns without it. I think we're at the point now where we can start it. Oh, no, we're not. I see a bolt that ain't tightened because I didn't tighten it. Mainly because I broke the Allen socket. I'll be right back. And just for a reminder so I don't panic, it kind of had a hard start to begin with, so should be alright. So in case it does the hard starting thing again, then we'll be fine. We won't panic right away. We'll wait a minute, and then we'll panic. If I remember right, the belt we had to put on a screwdriver or something, because there's no tensioner for it. The water pump belt. Yeah, we were able to roll it on. All right. Let's see if we can't get everything off that's going to fall over. Get the radiator with some water in it. So, one of two things is happening. Weak starter. I'm guessing that's not it. The timing marks aren't what they said they should be. I did what I knew. I mean, what, you know, the interwebs tell me and stuff. Everything's moving as it should, because I don't want to believe that the timing's off. Good news is the water pump must be pumping. I mean, it normally goes down on its own with gravity, but not that fast. Let's see. Vehicle. Thinking about getting a jump, car to jump on it to juice up the battery some more. Thinking about it. It's making a pop noise. Is that normal? Tells me the time is 180 out if it's doing that. If that's the case, kind of just thinking out loud now. I should be pointing at this one. Assuming that's one. It is not. Well, that could be on. So yeah, it appears the timing is 100. Well, it doesn't necessarily mean that yet. Gotta make sure my other marks are on first before I say yeah. Hey, look, and they kind of are. Don't ever turn an engine backwards. I don't like that. Yeah, it's 180 out. Because that means I got to take the timing belt off again. Maybe turn the cam 180 degrees. Mind you, I'm doing all this based off the interweb. And if they're wrong, oh boy. Oh yeah, I forgot the Allen wrenches. Now you gotta get the Allen wrench. Let's see if we can't break stuff. Firebomb. Well, that tells me my timing was right to begin with. No, it doesn't. I'm guessing. Hey, it's at number one now. Do yourself guys a favor. If you're ever doing this in the future, know the car. I don't know this car. I mean, I know the 22 RE. Should have stuck with that at this point. Yeah, stick with the car you know, not the car you you know, you think one engine's like another, it's not. And I feel spark, air, you know. Yeah, in that sense, yes. Anyhow, I think I better go check on the wife. She said, oh no, after something died. Alright, so I did a little bit of research. Can't find anything on a 1.6 liter. And what I did find for a 1.8 liter, obviously this ain't it. The 1.6 liters that I could find were diesels, so that'll be absolutely fine. So what I am going to do is take the belt back off, because that's what I like to do. I like taking stuff, putting it on, taking it off, putting it on, taking it off. It's my favorite thing in the world. I'm going to see if I can't time it using the cam. I'm going to have to take the valve cover off and just visually look at the cam. So first things first, I'm going to take the timing belt off. I think I'm going to get a jack for this side of the car so I can turn the wheel and see where the transmission lines up to, because there's actually a mark that you can see through the transmission hole. Two marks. One is on the flywheel and one is on the in the transmission housing. I'll show you that here in a second when I get back. Alright, I got the car jacked up now. I don't know if you can see it in there or not, but there's a timing mark on the transmission housing. There's also one on the flywheel. I think I found it. You might be looking at it right now, but I'm going to go around again just to make sure that's what I'm trying to see. So I'm kind of going off of a few things here. So according to the one for the diesel, it said to line that up. And what that's doing is I put it in first gear, jacked it up, and I turned the wheel to get the timing marks on for the crank. And now that I have that, I don't see the yellow mark, the timing mark I had before. It's not there. So according to the 1.8 liter gas engine, it said I had to see that mark. So I don't know, I can go around again and see if I can't see it. I'll do that. I'll go around it again and see if I can't see it on the next one, just to be sure. No, I still don't see the mark. So because I don't have any other idea, well, I guess I can use this here. That should tell me. Well, I don't even know if that moves. I'll just leave that off, see if that moves or not. That might be hooked to the auxiliary pulley. It must be. Alright, there it is. To lower the jack down, should keep it from turning. it didn't keep it from turning, it just turned it when it came down on the ground. Now that I know which way it moved, I can set it down and see if it bumps it right into the correct spot. Moves it a lot. So now it moved it the other way. Alright, tried messing around with it every time I jacked it down, or lowered the jack, it just turned it. So, just sticking with what I got and what I know. Yeah, so that moves that. That should be at 1. That's at this one here. So, comes up. It's combusting right now, making a spark. Well, went too far, I think. Let's turn it that way. Intake, spark. I'm presuming that's right. It's kind of 50-50-ish. Evidently on the diesel ones, they are a zero clearance engine. Can't say that's what this is, but... And evidently this mark on this cam don't mean nothing. So that's good. So if that's going down, this needs to be, no, it needs to be like so. And then if we hear banging and stuff, I guess we know why. Ask yourself, man, Ben, are you going to reuse that gasket? The answer is yes. Did you catch it? Yeah, I started putting the nuts on before the plate. I just want to go racing. That's the truth. Okay, well, there's that. I don't know if it's right. We'll see. I doubt it. You know, truth of the matter is, I bought this car thinking now I can have time to work on other stuff. That didn't turn out to be so. See how easy it is to just turn over now. Now I don't want to. Ever. Well, evidently we got something right, because it cranks over fairly easy right now. Now I'm thinking I got the cam, well, not a cam, the timing gear 180 out. Not sure how that's possible exactly. So now I need to be over there. Okay. Well, it turned over freely. So let's hope it was just a spark thing now. And hopefully now that that's fixed, so we can move on to, I don't know, the window net. Anything? About the bent wheel. Move on to that. Weird. Fan stopped working. Oh, there we go. Not sure what that was about. Like it gave up sparking or something. Ooh, that's a lot tinier than that one. It's a spark tester, kind of like the one with the light bulb on it. It don't fit because the spark plug itself is smaller. Let's see if there's any spark, shall we? How are you staying up there? I think this stays up just because of the hose. Well, we can go through the process again, jacking it up. Maybe I put it on the wrong deal. Maybe the cam was 180 out. Let's go with that theory. I'll stick this back on number 1. Get a pin or something. Alright, so I got a marker to mark number 1. Maybe I'm wrong where number 1 is, but I would imagine it works 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Like the Toyota. I've been wrong 100 times. Been wrong most of my damn life. But this is getting silly. Point that at number 1. Well, the good news is the caps, they did run them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so same. Basically thinking it's the same. Alright, so last time I did the yellow mark over here. This time I'll do the yellow mark over here. Maybe I got it backwards. I don't think so. I don't think I did it all. I saw one video where it showed a timing mark on the back side. I'll be a son of a gun. Now the question is, do I go with the crank position in one video where I do the timing mark out here, or do I go by another video that shows me a timing mark on the flywheel? All great questions, and I do not have the answers for it. Because if I go by that, that means this needs to move roughly 180 degrees to be right there, which is not number 1. It is in fact number 4. I knowingly can't do that, which is literally 180 degrees difference. So I'll check the mark for the crank. I got supposedly top dead center. Got that on number 1. I'm using a timing mark on the back of this pulley, which I'm going to mark with a pin right now if I remember where I put it. I'll let that set up just for a second, then I'll wipe the wet stuff off. This is all a guess. If you haven't figured this out by now, you shouldn't be listening to anything I have to say as far as how to do this. Whatever. We'll see if it turns over fairly easy without any spark. Turns over fairly easy. Let's try it with spark this time. Okay, good news is it turns over easy. Bad news is it's off. I don't know how, but it's off. So it turns over easy. That tells me I got my cam and valve somewhat in the right spot. Maybe it's 180 out. I don't know. So maybe I do go with number 4. That don't make sense to me though. Maybe go with number 1 and then see what that yellow mark down there on the pulley does. I don't know why that gear has 2 marks on it, but it sure as heck does. Yeah, it's got one here and it's got one back here. I'm at a baffle. Round 557. Okay, got that. Let's try to find that yellow mark on the crank pulley. No ignition. Left it in gear again. Spins freely. Let's try spark. Well, I guess. I mean, I don't see my yellow marks anymore. Going back to that being a problem. It's a full day of this, isn't it? It's 2:30 when I started. No, it was 1:30. It's 7 o'clock right now. And I still got to fix something for the wife. Should probably do that. That was a wasted flipping video.